everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I'd just do a flip through of this finished journal. It is a Dylusions creative journal, the large size, so it's like A4. This is quite an old journal, so I'm just going to do a quick flip and have a brief talk about it. Not really much detail, but here we go. So this one actually fell apart, as you can see, which I didn't really like. Hasn't happened to any of my other journals like this, but perhaps I used too much wet medium in this one. Anyway, simple page to start off with, just some stamping and stenciling. This was a Dylusions class online with Diane Reeve Lee. And then I've got this little flippy page. Just some practicing using different tools that you find around the house, so lids. And these little cog things came out of an old glue runner, and then some stamping and rub-ons on book paper. Another Dylusions class. This is where me and my husband drove from London to Bulgaria. We took a whole month and we documented that in its own little journal. But yeah, this was like a brief overview of that one. I love this kind of stuff, so just sort of practicing and playing, and yeah. Couple of faces. So this is a Dina Wakley tissue paper, and then I tried to kind of copy-ish it and make it my own on this side. It's a little bit of collage. This was based on a class I did. I've done this in GCSE as it is, on an A1 size. I couldn't really get to hang with it, and it was watercolours, and I don't really use watercolours. I don't really like that, but it's in here. This was a page about celebrating yourself, so that's what that is. And these are Dylusions spray inks, and I really can't get to grips with them. They come off on everything and leak through. And that's why this page is all pink and purple, because it really leaked through. Again, a Dina Wakley tissue, and these are all Dina Wakley tissues as well. Some of the background is tissue paper underneath, and then I've got some texture based. Again, another practice of me trying to draw the faces, getting better. I love this collage. This was from, I think, a Vogue magazine, and yeah, I just added to that. Another one of me. More drawing faces. I feel like this woman's a bit fierce. I think she was one of my first tries before those ones there, because I don't work chronologically in my journal. Another Dina Wakley class. No, sorry, Diane Reeve Lee class. Online that was. This kind of went wrong and I left it, and it's been left ever since. Another Dylusions. These images are from magazines, and I've added to them. So the pink hair, I added the lips. Obviously this is a collage. This is a character, and I've put all these on, obviously. Nice stenciling in the background. This is from, I believe, Michelle Grant Designs, and then just a collage I made. Obviously that hand didn't come with this person, so yeah, it's a bit more collage. This is a denim page cut from one of the Dina Wakley journals. No, it's not. This is a denim page I made using a pair of jeans that I had ripped, and because of the Dina Wakley journal I decided to paint on it and stick it in my journal. So yeah, this is actual pair of my old jeans. So more of like what I love to do, just experiment. Another Dylusions. Some more collage. This was to celebrate the Jubilee thing. I did this in a class, like I taught the class, and this was what was left over, and it was one of my examples, so I just did it in my journal. This was based on Maria Rivens. She does lots of amazing things with hair. So that, again, this was a class I was teaching, so I did mine here. Some more collage. Again, just putting bits and bobs together myself. Love this page, just being free to experiment. Collage again. This was a postcard from, I believe, the Tate, and I just used the colours and tried to sort of extend that out. More collage. These are masks by Diane Reevely, and again I just created a messy background of collage and paint and stamps and stencils, and then use like this sort of blacking out technique, which I'm sure you all know about, but if not I'll show you another time. More collage. These were based on Mike Deakin. I think these were free printables from him. Some Diane Reevely collage sheets again. These are just random collages. This image was from Etsy, sorry. And again, just some other collage. More collage, some cutout. Another by Michelle Grant Designs. And then this was a class by Dylusions, Diane Reevely, during lockdown. And I didn't quite finish it, but it was this kind of flappy, interactive class. And you can see I didn't finish these. Just some practice pages, again more kind of backgrounds, practicing what I can do. Another collage, so a collage face, and then onto my background with my thoughts and feelings behind. Stamping and colouring with Prismacolor pencils. This was out of my old diary, what they called, I can't remember what they're called now, but anyway. Some more backgrounds. This was a class I took. I don't like it, and yeah, we did exactly what they did in the class, and I just didn't like it, but it's in my journal now. This I love feathers. So this was a Neve Bailey class back in 2021. She's done like a free class for Christmas, and this was, she had a printable, but we drew them and then did our backgrounds the same. This is just a kind of class that, sorry, a technique that I love doing, these kind of backgrounds. Another face, some Dina Wakeley stamps and a bit of texture paste. Sorry if you can't hear me so well, someone in the background has just started mowing their grass. This is another one of those planner things. I can't remember the name of the planner, but they were like the title pages, so like January, February, and I cut them up to use. Another just background textures, a cutout page, some backgrounds again, more backgrounds. This is alcohol inks on Yupo paper, another Mike Deakin, a nice lattice cutout there, double page. More practice of backgrounds and kind of what I love to do. Another of those planners. I love this background. I've scanned this in, and again this was another part of that class for the Queen's celebrations. And then this was a drawing that I did of a little man I made out of plastic bottles and stuff, but I didn't quite finish. Another bit of collage, and I believe that's it. Yeah. So thank you guys for watching. I'll be back soon with another flip through, or every Friday I do a journal page Friday at 5. Thanks very much. Bye bye.